Well, good evening and welcome to my Psychic Connection. I'm your host, Journey Ryan, here on Journey Ryan Live. Guys, it has been a while since I have seen it or got the chance to see any of you. I have been out on assignment taking care of some things, but definitely looking forward to talking with you guys. It is Thursday night, guys. I am so excited and so happy to see you guys and be back here on the show and get a chance to see everybody. So really, really happy and excited to see everybody. But it is Thursday. You guys know what that means. I'm always bringing on new psychics and new fun. So definitely look forward to communicating with everybody. I already see, hi, Journey. I miss you so much. We're so happy that you're here and looking forward to talking with everybody. So definitely excited. And I see a lot of people coming in. So guys, let's see here. Yep, seeing everybody. Hey guys, how's everybody been? I'm definitely looking forward to talking to everybody. But tonight, you guys know it's Thursday. That means I'm not doing the readings tonight. That means I have a special guest that is here who's been with us here the last few Thursdays and will be having her own show starting at 11 p.m. next week. You guys are going to start seeing Cassidy the Card Slinger. Cassidy, how are ya?
Hello, hi Journey. I am great. How are you doing this evening?
I'm good. How are you?
I am wonderful. I'm so excited to be back. Thank you so much for having me. It's great to have you back too.
I know. It feels like it's been forever, but definitely looking forward to seeing what people have in store for you tonight and your chance to run the show. I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. And are you excited? 11 o'clock starting.
Yes, I can't wait. Yeah, it's going to be a really great hour. We can hit the late night crowd. So if you guys have time to tune in, I'd love for everyone to come back and hang out with me. I'm so excited.
All right. So some of these people have got the chance to get to know you. So tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Yes, so if this is your first time seeing me, hello. Like Journey said, my name is Cassidy the Card Slinger, and I am passionate about reading all sorts of cards. I do other modes of divination as well, but cards are definitely my main tool of choice. So I read tarot, Lenormand, oracle cards, playing cards, and things like runes and pendulums and all that fun stuff. So yeah, I've been a student of the metaphysical arts for many, many years, and I've been reading professionally for a number of years now as well. And my path crossed with Journey's not too long ago. I've been watching the show actually for a really long time since it started there in September. Some people are saying hi to me. Hi, everybody. It's so nice. Some people I recognize coming back. But yeah, so I love what I do. This is honestly the best job in the world. And it's always a blessing and an absolute pleasure to be a part of anybody's journey, whether they are looking for guidance or information or anything that they come forward with us to answer. So it's fun. It's great. Like, this is honestly as good as it gets. So I can't wait to be here. Thanks, everybody.
All right. So I'm so glad that you have joined our team, and it's been absolutely amazing, and everybody's going to get a chance to love you. So are you ready to start the night?
I sure am. Absolutely.
All right. Well, let's get this party started.
Get this party started indeed. Wow, we already have a donation. That just warms the deepest part of my soul. Thank you so much for your donation. It really, really helps the show, and it puts the biggest of smiles on my face. So whoever, well, I'll see you in a second, but thank you for the donation. Who is our wonderful person that I can, dive into? I'm so excited. Awesome. Lisa, thank you so very much for your donation. That's so incredibly kind. So Lisa asks, will my significant other's family give me trouble over my house? Will my significant other's family give me trouble over my house? Awesome. So I'm happy to look into that for sure. And Lisa, while I am just kind of getting a high level understanding of this, can you give me any other information? You know, is it a sale of a house? Are they coming to visit? If there's anything else you have a little more specifically, because we've got 5 minutes, but let's dive into this. Will your significant, oh, here we go. Will my house sell soon after I put it up for sale? Okay, so I will do the first questions first. So what will happen with your significant other's family? Regards to the sale of your house. Okay. Yeah. And I think you're probably asking this question because it's led you to believe that it's likely that they will be giving you some trouble. And it doesn't seem to be the trouble that's just lack of support or lack of help, but it almost seems a little bit like they're trying to get their hands in the pie in ways that is not helpful and is just really slowing things down. I do think they will give you trouble. I feel like they're putting up roadblocks and making things harder than it has to be, whether they're withholding contacts that they have that could help, or just like I can see them physically making it more challenging, like coming into the space and just putting up blocks. Lisa says he passed. Will his family try to block the sale? It belongs to me. Let's see. Are they do they know that it belongs to you? And is that a complete legal thing? Because I feel like they still hold a lot of, they don't know that it's completely yours. The cards I have here, it seems to suggest to me that there's still a fight or a bit of a misunderstanding about the ownership. And I feel like there's still the fact that he passed away, they're dealing with the grieving and the loss. So it feels like it's a lot more tied more deeply, like I said, than just selling of a home. I do think they're going to be challenging about it. I feel like they are going to challenge your ownership of the property, which will, of course, cause things to slow down. And I do apologize for that. But it does look like, okay, but I don't think it's nothing that you can't overcome. And I think perhaps anything that you can do to keep them out of the equation is the best. Any outside counsel, to me, it just seems like advice you may not hear all the time, but try and do as much of this behind their back as you can. Honestly, it just kind of seems like keep them in the loop or communicate with them in just the fewest messages that you have to, because I feel like the more that they're involved, the more that they're going to have, it's just going to really complicate things. So if that is possible, I don't think like this is something that you can't overcome, but I am seeing that they're not going to make it particularly easy. So as much of this that you can do on your own, I think is definitely the way to go. The other question you asked there was, will your house sell shortly after you list it? So I'm going to go with the assumption that we can get past this because I honestly think it's something that you can. So let's take a quick look here at after you list the home, do we see a quick sale of the property? I'm not seeing it as quickly as you're perhaps expecting it to be, but I definitely am seeing it happen. If you can get this, oh, sorry, when I'm in different question, sorry. I think that if you can get this dealt with kind of within the time frame of winter, I would say you can see this house selling in the springtime. So that's not, I don't know if that's a quick turnaround or, fast and slow is a subjective term, right? But to me, it seems like it's going to be on the market for a bit of time before it does sell. But I think working with the right professionals, like I said, getting your own resources, don't ask them for real estate help or for any connections they have, because I feel like they're going to try and put up roadblocks and make this process more challenging than it has to be. So if you can avoid that, which like I said, I really think that you can, I think you can see a sale within a few months of getting it listed. So that seems to certainly be a reasonable time frame. But let me know if there's anything else you had more specifically about that question, because we might have a couple more, maybe a minute or two left here. Let's just see what else. Yeah, it's honestly going to just take a fair bit of perseverance on your side as well. It just seems like you're going to have to fight for this one. I do think that, objectively, you do own this property, but because that it's not everybody understands that this is the way things are, I think yeah, but I hope that was helpful. Thank you so very much, Lisa, for your donation. I really appreciate it. And I wish you all the best with that situation. It's always very challenging when, other people have their opinions on things that we own or the things that we involve ourselves with. It's just a tricky situation, and one that I'm not not a stranger to myself. And I don't know about anybody else, but I feel like there's a something going on in the air about, shall we say, surrounding miscommunications, or just not even miscommunications, but just people kind of making assumptions about things and not having their full understanding and not really willing to communicate with each other surrounding that. If anybody else understands or is feeling that right now, I just see that has been something that's been fairly common with the readings that have come across my table, speaking with friends in my life. So, I mean, it's a new month, December 1st. Happy December 1st, everybody. And, fresh month and fresh energy, but let's just keep on keeping on. So thank you so much again for your question. I'm happy to dive into whoever is next. Okay, while they are working on that. Oh, people are so nice. People are saying hello to me. Hi, Karina. Hi, everybody that's hopping in. I really appreciate you guys spending your time here with us on My Psychic Connection. Awesome. So yes, I don't know that we said that yet, but how you can get on the list is you can post your specific question here on the side. If you were here from the beginning, it was just a hello, but yeah, the more specific the question is, and if you can type in a bit of information, that'll help me out immensely. Audrey, hi Audrey, how you doing? She says, hey Journey. I know, it's so great he's back. Missed you all so much. Audrey asks, will my fiance Wesley's ex-wife Cassandra reinstate child support even though their twins are 18 now? So will your fiance's ex-wife, drawing the tree in my head, reinstate child support even though their twins are 18 now? Let's see the likelihood of that happening. Will Cassandra reinstate child support? The energy I see this is, I feel like that's kind of ship has sailed. And I don't necessarily see that her sights are on it. The cards I have here, shall we say, I trust them in a sense. And one of them being the Hierophant reverse, which is quite interesting, the fact that we're talking about a pair of twins. And the other card here I have is the Hermit as well, and the King of Wands. So I think that she's going to be leaving this one behind. It kind of seems like if this is something that is causing you guys stress, anxiety, challenges in any sort, I feel like I can say to you, this isn't one you have to worry about going forward. I feel like the ruling on this has done the statute of limitations, or whatever you say, like the time that, like you said, they've turned 18. I don't think she's going to be trying to reinstate child support. I'm not seeing that happening. So if that's something that's causing anxiety and stress on your end, I feel like I can tell you to let that one go. She says, yes, very much. She's evil and will do whatever to ruin him. Be that as it may, I don't think she'll be successful on this one. Nope. No, I do not. So yeah, either she's not trying or it doesn't happen. I don't see that you need to worry about this. But thank you so much, Audrey, for your question. That was super interesting. Yeah, I'm ready to hop right into the next question. Who do we have next? You're just the sweetest. Thank you so very much. Vonda P, thank you so much for donating for the 3-minute reading. Really, really appreciate it. Like it makes a big difference, and it warms my heart. So Vonda asks, thank you for your question. She says, what will 2023 bring for me professionally? Okay, I'm happy to look into that. That is, if you have anything more specific, I've got 3 minutes here. So if you want to know anything in particular, I'm happy to dive in more specifically. But let's look kind of at a high level what 2023 will bring for Vonda professionally. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. The initial theme I have for you, my dear, is I'm going to say hang in there at the beginning of the year. Is this something that's going on already? Yeah, okay. So what I've got here is a progression of sort of how the year is going to look, overall in a career sense. And I feel like you're dealing with some level of struggle here in terms of your career stability. It could be out of a financial concern. It could also be related to the people that you work with. I'm picking up on a little bit of turmoil, shall we say, that's either starting to brew now, but it's going to rear its head in the month of January, kind of early 2023. However, this is where things get interesting. Are you planning on changing careers at all? Because I do see some level of shift, and it's not showing me. This doesn't really look like a promotion necessarily, but it seems like switching lanes or switching avenues or taking on an opportunity that is, I'm not going to say a surprise, but because it looks to me like it's quite planned for, like it's something that you've either taken a course in or you're studied for. I feel like it's a well-trained and a well-calculated transition between the career you find yourself in now and what 2023 will bring. That seems to be coming in, I would say, spring, summertime, that opportunity shows itself. And it looks like there's a bit of a transition period from what you're doing now into this other role. So it might not look like, Friday end of the day, you're done one thing and Monday morning you start something different, but it looks like there's a transition period of getting into this next role. Honestly, financially, the year is looking bopping. Oh, she says, thinking about a career change. I worked as a director for Head Start 34 years. Congratulations. That's amazing to be in a career for that level of time. So yeah, one of the cards here I have in the middle of the spread is the Wheel of Fortune, which to me is showing a large shift in your career life. And it seems to be really driven by something that's pulling you away in a passion sense, as well as the people around you that I feel like your network is really helping make this change possible for you. And financially, I have the kind of bookending this. I've got the Ace to the 10 of coins. So to me, it seems like not only a shift in where your money comes from, but a shift in the amount, darling. It looks quite nice. And, not to just blow smoke and say everything is always wonderful. She says, so intense and stress related. Yeah. So I would say that that's really rearing its head now and early 2023. But honestly, I don't see that lasting past spring. Just hang in till there and things be looking up. I am dead serious. So thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate it. I love career readings. I love all kinds of readings, but career readings definitely hold a special place in my heart. And I find I often get the pleasure of talking to people when they're at a transitional point in their career life. So I do see that come across my table. I was talking to a friend the other day. Vonda sends the little prairie hand. So yeah, thank you so much, Vonda. And honestly, just hang in there. It's going to be good next year. I lost my train of thought. I was talking to a friend about something the other day. I don't know. It'll pop back in. Apologies. Let's have another question. Who do we have next? Celtic Dragon. Hi, it's so nice to see you. Celtic Dragon has been at my last two shows, so thank you for tuning in again. Celtic Dragon asks, am I on the right career path? Career question. Am I on the right career path, or should I change it and get a new job? Excellent question. I'm going to do a couple of cards on either side, how it looks if you were to stay with your current career path, and then take a peek at what it looks like to try something else, and then a card of guidance. So let's see. Should Celtic Dragon, he stays on his current career path. Okay. Change careers. Okay. And then if we have a card of advice for what he should do. Interesting. Okay. Well, sticking with your current career path, and I don't say this all encompassing, but I feel like what it has brought you is sort of the crux and perhaps the best of what it could have brought you. And a better way of saying that is, I think perhaps in your current career choice, it's honoring a path that you chose at a different point in your life, and it's maybe not a great fit right now. The cards I have are really reflective, and it's kind of showing me, instead of saying the best is yet to come, I might be seeing a sense like perhaps the best has come already. In terms of changing your career options, I would say I like what I see here, but I don't think it needs to be completely different or necessarily changing into a whole other field. But I would say the advice I'm seeing from this is to look for either a slower transition or to kind of start dipping your toes in something related but different. I feel like sticking on the exact same career path is not perhaps the best fit, but something related to it. I think, I'm not saying for overnight go from being a doctor to a circus person, like not all the way 180, but I think that the right move would look like a veering of the path as opposed to changing paths completely. The other advice I have here, though, and this is going to sound silly, but like follow the money. Thank you so much for your question, Celtic Dragon. I really hope that helps.
Money's good.
What's that?
I said the money's good. Follow the money.
The money is good. And the funny thing about that is, there's the saying, like, I'll sell myself to the highest bidder kind of thing. And sometimes people, there's sort of this collective block that we see out there, whether it has something to do with our sense of worth or I'm afraid to leave what I have because I know it. And if I take something that pays better, maybe I'll have different responsibility, or maybe that won't fit, or what if I don't like it as much? And I feel like when we're looking at career shifts, often where we're stepping up and we're making more money, we have more thoughts that are perhaps stopping us or negative, or there's more, what is it called, like hesitation or concern, like we're a little more cautious, as opposed to if you ever had to take a job with less money, there's almost a sense within you like, well, maybe I don't have to try as hard, or like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Absolutely. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. So it sounds like silly advice, but sometimes that, and sometimes, like money also is an energetic currency, right? So if you find something is starting to pay, like look at it. If you come across a job posting that has an appetizing salary, like that's the where to go. So another thing on that, don't step down, folks. Let's lateral move, or let's move in a upwards vertical way. Let's everybody get more money. I like it. Okay. Thank you so much for your question again. Who do we have next? Taylor. Hi, Taylor. Thank you for your question. Taylor asks, did the gay girl from the mall like me? I applied for the job she worked at. Okay, let's take a look. What are the feelings that this girl had for you? What was her impression of you? What's going on? So, girl from the mall, what were her feelings towards you? Okay. I feel like there was a mutual catching of the eyes here. I feel like she caught your eye in an unexpected way where you weren't perhaps looking to go to the mall and find somebody cute that day. But I feel like if you maybe can't get her all the way out of your head, or she keeps kind of popping back in, I feel like oftentimes when people do that, it's not necessarily for no reason. Did she like you? Like, I think so. Like, I genuinely think that she thought you were quite attractive. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. Like, I think she found you, like, sexually attractive. And, your physical form was doing it for her, shall we say. Like, genuinely, the cards are showing that one pretty clearly to me. But apart from that, and I don't know if you got a chance to speak with her or if she just kind of picked up on how you presented yourself, but I feel like she saw in you either a sense of maturity or stability, or there were some qualities about how you carried yourself that were attractive beyond just, oh, you got a nice bum or something like that. Like, it seems like at first the head was turned by a physical form, but whether or not you guys had an actual interaction, it does seem like there was a level of interest there. So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say the feeling was mutual. I think that both of you turned each other's heads a little bit. But great question. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, it's interesting. And maybe, okay, so I'm just going to speak in a broad sense here because I want to maybe go back on something I just said. Because sometimes when we can't get people out of our head, I think it's very true to say, that there's for a reason or there's something deeper there. But other times we don't recognize if we need to move on past things. But we don't need to dive into that one too much. Anywho, excellent question. Who do we have next? I am ready to keep rocking on this. Already 25 minutes. you're the absolute best. Thank you so very much. I really, really appreciate it. Blanca, mini reading. This one's not timed. Let's do this. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Blanca, for donating. It, you know, I've said it before. I'm going to say it every time we get one. It helps in a tremendous way, and it lights up my soul. So thank you very, very much. If we've got Blanca's question, I'm going to get shuffling her energy up into the cards. I'm very excited. Yes, take my time. And yes, so if you don't know how this works, or if you've just been watching the show till now, we do have different donation options. So there's a 3-minute, a 5-minute, or a mini reading, depending on kind of how much information you're looking for. And if you're looking for a mediumship session, you'll have to hop back in and join one of our other psychics. So to just say, we've got tomorrow Squirrel and Friends coming on at 8 till 10 Eastern time. Then on Monday, you've got Journey Ryan at 10 o'clock Eastern, and he's a medium. Yes, he is. And Tuesday, Destiny K will be on at 7 p.m. So you can bring your mediumship questions to them. Okay, so Blanca asks, all right. Hi, I would like to know, will I finally buy a house in 2023? Or will I give it another year? Do you see me in a new home? And will I be happy with my decision, please? Oh, great question. Then she says, I need to know what to block off in order to make it happen. I need my house. I know the feeling. I love that question so much. I'm going to just have that here. So, will you be able to buy a house in 2023? So let's take a look at that. And then you also ask, so that, or will you give it another year? So I'm going to just take a look at both options and see what looks the most likely going forward. So do we see Blanca being able to buy a house in 2023? Show me the likelihood of that happening. Okay, and then if we see you, what are the likelihood of you waiting another year? Get all my cards down here, and then I'll start yapping into oblivion. Okay. Awesome. So then she says, I need to know what to block off in order to make it happen. I need my house. Okay. All right. So I would say looking into the future 2 years from now, so if I'm hopping into 2024, we've got a house by that point. To me, I'm looking into next year, and I kept pulling more cards just to get a better sense of what's going on here, because it seems a bit challenging to try and get a house together next year. But I'm not going to say it's impossible, because I really don't think it is. But I don't know if it's a factor of like the market conditions in your area, if it's just hard to find the right thing, if there's something like bidding wars going on, or you have other people's input to consider about the house, but on a level that it's actually impacting your ability to kind of make that next move. It does look pretty challenging to try and get into a house next year, but I'm really gonna say it's not impossible, and I think it can happen by. To me, the first half of 2023 is just looking a bit too quick, a bit too rushed. And I think if you were to find one early 2023, to me, that seems like it's either not the right fit or I've rushed my decision, because you want to make sure, this is a huge purchase, right? This is going to be not just a house you're, renting out to someone. This is your home. So I will say in your mindset of thinking about that, be as discerning as you are motivated. I'm going to say that again. Be as discerning as you are motivated. She said, okay, thank you for being honest. I'm not here to just, throw smoke up anybody's butt. It does look like it's really challenging. And to me, it seems like a multitude of factors, whether it's market conditions, the area you're looking for, and or even just something like availability of properties that fit your description. And perhaps, I don't know if it's a bidding war situation or if you've got competition in trying to get this. To me, it seems like you've got all of the determination you need, but we just need to, I think rushing the decision is going to be the wrong way to go. But if I'm looking into the end of 2023, she says, it just shows I need to try harder. Thanks. Yeah. And I would say break it down into sort of the specific areas that are holding you back. Because to me, all the cards on my table, it doesn't seem to me that the issue is financially. I don't really feel the need to say, save your money and, watch your pennies or things like that. To me, the forces that are coming up as challenging your ability to get into a house seem to be a little more either market related or availability, things like that. So if I was to say the opportune time for when this can happen, to me, it's really looking like the latter half of 2023. I would say you'll probably have a good sense by summertime of things that are available. I could see, an offer being accepted late 2023, and I think you've got your house that fits really well by 2024. What else do I want to say about this? And I don't know if this is possible, but the area that you're looking to buy, do you have within yourself kind of like on a map, in your head or in an actual map, like a circle drawn of the area you're looking for? Because one of the notes I have here is if you can expand your search. And again, nothing on my table is pointing to money. I don't think financially that's where the challenge is. So if what you could do is kind of look in, I would say, a larger area, maybe zoom out a little bit for where, the area that you're looking for, I think you'll be able to find a better fit. Because the card I have here kind of showing me into 2024, I'll just show you. It's the Six of Cups, and I have this beautiful card upright, which is such a beautiful card, and it's showing me a really good fit. But the energy before that just seems a little bit strained and a little more tricky to navigate. So I know the feeling. I know when people say that, it's like, oh, you're just saying, the feeling, but I know this feeling to want nothing more than to just have your own space and to find it soon, because who likes burning money on rent? Or maybe there's a situation where you want to get out of your current place. Like there's a lot of factors that can move us to really just want to find that property yesterday. Like, girl, I know this one. I know this story really, really deeply, but don't force it more quickly than you have to. If you can expand your area of search and be very particular and very picky when you make this decision, make sure it checks the boxes that you're looking for, and don't overlook things at the expense of it being more quickly. Like, oh, it doesn't have enough bedrooms, but I can get it tomorrow. Like, So that's really what I am seeing for you, my dear. Thank you so much for that excellent question. And I'm going to wish you all the best. Like, keep going on your search. I really see a lot of passion and a lot of diligence and a lot of commitment to this big goal. So I know it's going to happen for you. Just plow on through this one. It's going to happen, and it's going to be, it's going to be a good fit. By 2024, you've got that house. So thank you for your question, my dear. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you so much for your donation. Like, really, really, thank you. So awesome. I love it. The housing situation is an interesting one because, it's so much more than just like where we live, right? But I don't want to go like off into this tangent because I will ramble the rest of the show away, and I am here to do readings, but I know the feeling. And she says, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. And I love the question about looking for a new home, because it's a very exciting time to find our next space. So awesome. I am ready for the next question. Can someone... I'm so warm and fuzzy inside. And not just because the team convinced me to make a hot chocolate before I jumped on the show. I have just... another donation. Thank you so very much. I believe it said it was from Audrey. Audrey, thank you so much. That's so sweet. We have a donation for a 3-minute reading. Awesome. So I have, Audrey, your question from before. Just let me know if that's the one, because I did that 2-minute reading on that question. If you want me to go deeper into that, we certainly can. Or if there was a different question, I don't want to start re-rambling on the same question in case there was a different question that you had. So, yes. Cool. Audrey. Excellent. Another career question. Fabulous. All right. Audrey asks, any more guidance on the career change that's headed my way? Thanks. Let's take a peek. Oops. All good. We got you, girl. Okay. What do we see for guidance for Audrey's upcoming career change? Okay. This is interesting because it's kind of in a similar vein to what I'd said previously about we got a little bit of a challenging road ahead before we see the wonder on the other side. So what's presenting itself to me is, I don't know if you've communicated yet the job that you're in. I feel like you've committed within yourself that your current position is over, but it hasn't manifested its way into the world yet. So I don't know if you perhaps haven't totally quit yet or made the arrangements to get up out of where you're at, but I think that that's an okay move to kind of phase out from where you're at. What I see next, I've got the Ace of Cups reversed. So one of the things I'll just say is that this transition period is going to hit a nerve that's a bit more challenging than just switching a job into the next job. So I don't want to jump into all this great stuff that I see coming before I fully acknowledge the fact that this is going to be a bit of it. Oh, she says, nope, I have not told my dad yet. Yeah, so it's going to be a bit of a difficult transition on a deeper level, I would say emotionally, and perhaps the familial tie that's going to make that all the more challenging. So I'm bearing full acknowledgement that it's going to be a bit tricky. But however, the next three cards I have, I'm just going to show them to you because they're so wonderful. I have the Star upright, I have the Magician upright, and I have the Ace of Coins upright. So not to just repeat advice again, but I'll say there's a nugget in there. She said, yes, it's family, and that makes it all the harder. The advice of following the money, it sounds ridiculous, but genuinely look at things that are going to better your financial situation. The Magician is showing me in terms of guidance to be relatively crafty and open to what skills you possess that you could really capitalize on in the current market that you have. And the Star card, I think that it might come from multiple sources. So I think perhaps a good thing to look at is phasing out of the role that you're in and maybe starting something up so that the transition isn't quite so cut and dry. If you can start dipping your toe, shall we say, into either a part-time role, or I don't know if you're looking to do any more studying or upgrading of your current skill set, because to me it seems like there's a number of skills that you could capitalize on, but but I would say pay particular attention to the ones that you can capitalize on in a financial sense. What your market is looking for, what the hours are that you want to work. Because to me, honestly, this seems like, as I said before, this isn't a lateral move for you. It's going to be emotionally very challenging, but financially, I'm seeing a really big leap here. So yeah, I would say if you can transition Yes. So thank you so very much for your question, Audrey. This is going to be a challenging transition, but it's going to be a great one on the other side. You're making the right move if you needed to hear someone say that. Big time. Thank you so much for your donation, and I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you because you've been here the last couple of weeks as well. So I've already, got some recurring folks. So I hope everyone will join me next week when I am rocking my own show at 11 o'clock. So yes, more career questions, money questions. Maybe everyone needs to be following the money. It's interesting. And I don't know if you guys have noticed this too when you're watching other people's shows. She says, thank you. Yes, I did. Excellent. If you watch other people's shows, like sometimes what will be attracted to a show or what's attracted to a specific reader at a specific time is a similar narrative or something. So I'm not just sitting here repeating myself, I hope. But it's all in the cards, my dears. So excellent. This is so much fun. I am over here having a blast. And this hour is cruising by. We're already 40 minutes in, but we got 20 minutes left. So again, if you want to jump the line, you can rock the little donation button. Otherwise, I'm ready for my next question. Whoever we have next, everybody was popping in saying hello. Do you guys want to send me your favorite emoji? I want my little comments to be just cute little emojis. So everybody pop in their favorite emoji if you can. Amy, hello, Amy. Amy said, look at this, awesome. Amy says, hi, Journey and Cassidy. Hello, Amy. If drawn, what do you see happening in my love relationship with Mark Jason Perez? please, and thank you. Thank you so much, Amy, for your question. Let's see what it looks like coming up for this love connection with Mark. Let's see where he's at, you're at, where this relationship is heading. All right, my darling. With Mark, what I'm seeing here, and please let me know if this is the case, but to me it looks like you're going left and he's going right. To me it seems like at this moment in time, you're not really seeing eye to eye. You're almost pursuing different directions, or I'm just getting a lot of turmoil here between you two. I don't know if you're currently in an argument or if there's currently some space, some distance between you two. To me, it seems not just, space for the sake of there being space, but it's focal, like it's focusing on a not traumatic, but a turmoil of some description. I don't know if you've had a falling out or a fight or something recently, and it's just in my heart feels a little bit scrambled. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys aren't in great communication at all right now. To me, it just seems like this is quite closed, quite blocked off. And I'm just seeing two people who aren't all the way happy with this relationship where it's sitting. My dear, I think that what we see right now is like to continue for the short-term future here. It just seems like we're not progressing to a better state of communication, more compassion. It just seems a bit, she says, no, we're not in an argument, but he's stressed out about nothing to do with me. We're fine. Okay, well, thank you so much for your question, my dear. I really appreciate it. And I hope that you can get past what he's got going on there with his stress, because stress makes us do all kinds of weird things. Everybody, look at all these emojis that are popping into my little inbox here. Oh my gosh, we've got much love, we've got hugs, we've got the little these emojis, we've got hearts. Guys, you're just making me so happy. I'm having a blast. We got unicorns going on. We got snowman. Oh, this is way too much fun. Thank you, everybody. She says, thank you, Cassidy. Thank you again, Amy. Oh, cool. Oh, this is so fun. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by all the love and magic going on in the comments here. Yes, who is my next question, please? I'm ready to dive into another situation. Give these cards a good shuffle. Oh, thanks everybody for all your emojis. I don't know what my favorite emoji is. Ooh, we got some, I don't know, these are little mermaids and fairies. July sending some trees and snowflakes. Snowing. Well, it's not snowing where I'm at right now, but it was snowing earlier. This is fun. I'm going to just keep my eyes on this. This is so much. Okay, great. Ishika or Ishaka, Ishika, I apologize if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, asks, can you see if there's any guidance on me and Sanat's connection? Let's take a look at that. What is the guidance for you at this time, my dear? Any guidance on this connection? Okay. All right. So, interesting. I did pull an oracle card, and the card says, unknown territory, you are exactly where you need to be. So if, but on that note, and I don't know if, okay. To me, it seems like there might be a little bit of communication challenge here as well. Maybe like one person is putting in a little more effort than the other. Something to that effect. To be honest, though, what I think this connection needs right now, I'm not saying like a full-on break, but we definitely need a bit of breathing room, a bit of space, a bit of time to perhaps miss each other, to realize what we have when the other person isn't around, kind of thing. I don't see by any means that this needs to end or anything catastrophic. Certainly, don't get that impression at all. But to me, the guidance that I'm seeing here is it's just like, I would say communication at this time is the wrong thing to do. it's perhaps not the time to push forward and have something deeper to talk about. Or so if you're finding your communication right now is not great, this is a weird thing to say, but I think that's where it needs to be. I think words right now would complicate the emotional state and would kind of complicate things unnecessarily. So I would say take a step back for a little bit. To me, just a couple of weeks. Give this one a little bit of time. But thank you very, very much for your question. I really appreciate it. And see, that's an interesting thing, though. And that was what I was going to say earlier. Let's cycle back to that, where I was having a conversation not too long ago about where we see in readings that's guidance or advice that just seems very out of left field, or perhaps even would sound like bad advice, or would sound like, contrary to what is often said or what is often accepted as wisdom in certain times, right? So, you could understand that in a relationship, it's always best to talk about your feelings. It's always best to know what's going on with the other person. But if the words aren't there and we're not in the right state to have that communication, sometimes like the worst thing you could do would be to talk about your feelings and such things. So that is why I come to the cards. That is why I consult the cards myself, or I will get a reading done, because it's very different from, finding guidance through accepted wisdom, or, a nice quote, or a friend that says, oh, screw that person. It's like the cards are going to show, shall we say, a relatively objective viewpoint. So I appreciate them big time. Let me put all of my cards back in here. Thanks for blowing up this chat with emojis. You guys are this is really fun to watch. We've got blue hearts and all kinds of fun things. I am ready for the next question. Whoever... I don't know what to do with myself. You guys just, like, seriously, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate it so deeply. Like, wish I could express more clearly how much it makes me happy. Audrey, you're back, girl. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much again, my dear. Audrey asks, we've got a 3-minute reading here. Okay, now opposite. How is my ex-husband, Ed, going to take myself continuing my child support? He is also evil and scares me a lot. Will it go okay? Okay, wait. How is my ex-husband, Ed, going to take myself continuing my child support? Okay, I just want to make sure I understand the question. He's also evil and scares me a lot. How will it go? All right. So, continuing your child support. Let's see what Ed's reaction is going to be to Audrey when he, gets this information. Is Ed going to take myself continuing child support? Okay. I'm surprised, because I was expecting maybe, based on your question, an inherent, very difficult situation. Because she's also turning 18, but I have custody. I don't know if this has been communicated to him before, but to me, what this shows is I'm getting resistance here. I'm not getting abuse. I'm not getting anything really harsh or I'm not really even picking up on a ton of anger. I don't know if this has been communicated to him before, but to me, it doesn't seem like it's all the way out of left field. I don't think he's going to be all the way entirely surprised. In fact, I think a part of him knows that this is coming, or a part of him has almost planned this into his financial situation, that that this coming to an end is not necessary. I think he's going to, just by the nature of who he is and kind of the relationship you two have, I think he might be a bit challenging to deal with. But I don't think, I'm not picking up on him being like a total monster about this one, at all. I do think he'll probably be, if you have to get any level of his cooperation, a little slower to do that. And maybe, he's not going to be speaking kindly, but I don't think he's speaking with spit and fire either. I think he kind of has an understanding that this is coming, and yeah, I'm not seeing this really going too bad. It's going to be uncomfortable because I feel like any dealing with this person, and especially this level of situation, is going to be, it's going to be kind of strained here on out by the nature of it. But I don't think he's going to be. I don't think it's going to go too bad. I think he's going to be cooperative. She says, okay, good. He's taken a lot from me and we deserve this help. Yeah. Yeah, you do. I agree with that. And I challenging, but not terrifying. You can manage through that one. So thank you so very much for your donation, my dearest. That makes me so very happy. This hour is cruising along. We have got 9 minutes left. Well, we are just having a good old time here. So, I am ready for my next question. Let's see who we can, what we can get answered. But yes, okay, so donations are cut off at the moment, but if you're looking for a reading, hop on tomorrow. We've got Squirrel and Friends. There's multiple readers on. You can choose who you want to do your reading. If you come with a donation and you want something longer, and that's from 8 until 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So come party with them. Audrey says, thank you. You're so welcome. Yeah, come party with them tomorrow night. And they will be here for all of your wonderful questions. Gemma, hi Gemma. Oh, cute picture. Love your lipstick. Oh, red lipsticks. Okay, Gemma says, can you see me doing some traveling in the future? Let's take a look. Can we see some travel happening in Gemma's future? Oh, okay. And I've actually got a deck here. It's called the Sacred Traveler's Oracle. So let's see what that deck has to put forward as well. Okay. All right. I gotta show you this because this is wacky. Long story short, I honestly do see you travel coming up in your future. So here, this is the 8 of Cups, and you've got this guy walking towards the mountains with all these cups behind him. And then one of the cards from the Sacred Travelers is called Ascending the Mountain, Keep Going Forward. And it's literally this person walking towards, away from where they're at, walking towards the mountains. Like, isn't that wacky? So it's, 2 decks saying very much so the similar thing. And I don't know if the challenge with you has been, the sense I get is it might feel like an unattainable goal or an unattainable dream that this can even happen. And I don't know if doesn't necessarily if it's like either mobility or just time of the day. There's some sort of issue that has made it so this hasn't been able to happen for you. So I understand where it feels like I haven't, so I won't, coming forward. Although I really don't see that being the case. The other card I have here is called View from Above. It says get the big picture. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's some level of visiting a mountain or mountains of some range, or travel by flight, where you're literally seeing stuff from up above. So I would say too, if you can kind of get planning for that sooner than later, in either a financial sense or planning your work around and your work and schedule around fitting that in, you can absolutely. Gemma says, I've had poor health, but having an op soon, which will hopefully change my life. Yeah, I see it happening for you, girl. I definitely do. So thank you so much for your question. And let's get you to travel somewhere. I love it. I've got a bit of a travel bug too. I love traveling any chance I get. But at the same time, I'm a bit of a homebody. So, you try to have 2 competing personalities at once. It's like you wait, you're at home and you're so excited for a trip. And then you get on the trip and then you kind of miss home. And then you're at home, it's just repeating the cycle. So anyways, who do we have next? I can probably fit in another. Gemma says, thank you so much. You're amazing. It's so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate it. And you are very, very most welcome. Do we have another question queued up? I might be able to hop another 1 or 2 in here before we end. Leanne. Hi, Leanne. Lovely to see you. Leanne says, Leanne has no surgery. Hang on. We're just working on getting your question right back up. Awesome. Leanne says, will I be better in my finances early next year, please? Excellent question. How do we see Leanne's finances looking early next year? Okay. Well, I would say that perhaps your financial situation has been challenging would perhaps be a bit of an understatement. I feel like this is a topic we're diving into here that goes really deep into just your ability to feel good within yourself, and to be able to be within the level of operating that you would prefer to be. I'm picking up on this being a very challenging issue. What I will say though is I honestly and genuinely do see the finances picking up in the earlier portion of the year as direct relation to what you have put in place in order for other streams of income to be available to you. So I don't know if there's some level of application you're waiting to get something back. If you have, I don't know if it's job related. Doesn't seem to be necessarily just getting a different job, but it seems like you're putting things out there, whether they're applications or sending things out. I don't know what I'm looking at here because it's a quick little reading. But to me, I think that there will be a change, and I think it's directly related to the amount of work you're putting into opening up different channels of income to happen. Just hang in there with this one. I think it will get better, but a little bit more to go before we see some wonderful things popping in for you, my dear. So that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for your question. What do we got here? I got 3 minutes left. We got time for one more reading. Let's do it. And if you're on the list and you didn't get answered, yeah, come and join us tomorrow with Squirrel and Friends tomorrow evening, 8:00 Eastern time, 8 till 10. But if we can I get another one in? I'm going to try because I love this part of this. Everybody's saying such wonderful things. I appreciate all of you guys. Diana Rodriguez. Diana says, will I be in a committed relationship? And if it's with the man I'm seeing or someone new? What do we see here for Diana? Will she be in a committed relationship or with the man she's seeing, or will it be with someone new? So, current relationship. Somebody new. Oh yeah, that's easy. Somebody new. Yep. My dear, I don't know that the person you're currently with is necessarily a great fit. If you have noticed any little red flags, they may grow. They may grow a little bit. I don't know that this person you're currently with is a great long-term match, but I do see a level of commitment, something quite a bit more serious with somebody new. So thank you for your question, and I do hope that was helpful. So I don't think I'll take another question because we do have to wrap up the show. Although I could, stay around and chat with everybody all night. This has been so much fun. Journey, are you still with me, my dear?
I'm still here. I'm still here, and it was a great show. I just sat back, watched, and guys, check it out. This is Cassidy the Card Slinger. She is going to be here starting next week at 11 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays, guys. This is her new show. She has joined the team, and that means next Thursday, dun dun dun, I have another psychic.
Yay!
I wonder who that'll be. So I'm really looking forward to that, and you guys getting a chance to meet who they are. And again, not telling you who it is, just bringing on some new people. It's absolutely amazing, and it's great to be back. I've been gone for quite a bit of time, and I'm so happy that I am back, and I feel good, and I'm ready to knock this out of the park. So
happy to have you back, Journey. It's great.
I know. I'm excited. I'm buying new shirts and everything. Just dolled it up, trying to make myself a little bit more handsome. You know what I mean? Exactly. Pop the collar.
Pop the collar.
Pop the collar. All right. Well, thank you so much, Cassidy, for being here. And from everyone here at My Psychic Connection, we want to say thank you guys so much for being here. And guys, we are going to be here tomorrow night. So don't forget to check out Squirrel and Friends. And guys, it'll be my first night reading again with you guys. So Guys, don't forget to check out the website, mypsychicconnection.com, where you can reach any reader you'd like 24 hours a day. There's always someone there to answer your calls. So guys, check out mypsychicconnection.com. You get 3 minutes when you first sign up, and then you get to choose the psychic of your choice. Until then, I want to say thank you, Cassidy, so much for being here. I'm so happy you're a part of the team. And all the new members that we have in the back, guys, you guys don't know what's going on in the back, but we got a lot of new people here learning and becoming a part of this wonderful station as it grows bigger. And we can't wait to give you guys 24 hours of psychic access. So thank you guys so much for being here. Cassidy, have a beautiful night. And everyone here from My Psychic Connection, we want to say thank you so much. And we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody.
Thanks.